Marty, this is number 3. Number 2, I had to just cancel the upload. I wanted another 48 minutes to burn up all my battery. Technology cannot handle my power. I am the philosopher goddess of human potential. I do human functioning, but appetizer. Got some great things to say about the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity, which creates a unifying theory of human energy, potential, and well-being. So what happens, I get excited and I start talking to people about all the practical things, which are just dots and dots and dots. And I'm a connector of the dots of how consciousness works. Consciousness permeates every nanopixel of the universe. It is a fabulous reality that we live in. Now, in some ways, when you step back from thinking, we're these godlike little creatures just landed here from Mars, well, some people dispute that we're 98 point high level, similar to chimpanzees, our primate cousins. So much truth. All truth. So take everything as frequency and then put it together with evolutionary logic. We're talking, I'm as the apex intellect on planet Earth right this particular moment. Pivoting simultaneously Darwin, Freud and Einstein into the electromagnetic truth of the universe. I'm thinking physics, brain-wise, personality-wise. In the parlance of Nietzsche, who said God is dead, and of the teacher of my teacher, Arthur Danto, who in the Transfiguration of the Commonplace said, art is dead. Deb Alfrich, 2022, asserting, math is dead. Which requires the next corollary, science is dead. But life-centric thinking, using logic plus love intertwined, allows the wise feminine to assert philosophy is life. Life thrives on curiosity becoming comprehension. That is a bliss cycle that I'm performing for you right now. Very, very, very high level of creative mensa-ing, for lack of a more appropriate term, for your best interest. Get your mental fitness on point right here, right now. You can stop playing the game of plantation capitalism. There will be some consequences. But is the future of our species worth some consequences? I'm over 400 days of homelessness. Just trying to get somebody to listen to me that I could create $billions. Life-centric thinking is the IP that comes from pivoting Freud and Darwin and Einstein simultaneously. This is good stuff. I'm on. Which is being exactly who I am. And it just got the story of who I am just got better and better and better as it got more personal. The more I'm like, well, everything I've tried to stay alive has failed. I have no energy. A little bit of energy. I'll just do the thing that just would make, I'll just create the movie Londolozi starring Lamont Rucker, Jill Scott, and introducing Senzi. Fifth Element times Black Panther times A Wrinkle in Time. This movie is all that. And a kettle full of chips. Kettle chips foundation in my food pyramid as I evaporated 150 pounds in 15 months after I turned 50. Science is dead. Our shape shifted at 50. I lost an entire man. And I'm not done. Looking for somebody to finance the documentary. Let's see where I can demonstrate some human potential for you for this lovely visage. You look back at the 333 pounds I was when I turned 50. Couldn't talk. Couldn't move. Couldn't walk. Couldn't think. Ink. Toxic mold exposure. Knock, knock. Robert Sapolsky, Stanford. Marty. Maybe. I want to really... I'm highlighting that for discussion with Tim. Sapolsky at Stanford. Going to get me. And pivoting his work. He'll be pleased to be pivoted alongside Freud and Einstein and Darwin. And Descartes and Newton. I mean, I'm on to the greatest philosophical discovery of our lifetimes. A theory of everything from consciousness outward. Now, the thing that everyone's getting wrong is they're trying to examine consciousness as if it is a phenomena in the world that we have tools built already for measuring. Consciousness is this play, this creativity, this little one-woman Socratic improv. Talking about human potential while demonstrating human potential, which is being in love with every monkey mind chatter that crosses your mind. And saying, yeah, okay, I'm about to die. There's nobody in my life. Shit has gotten realer than I could have possibly imagined. I can't get anyone to listen to me. Everyone's like, I got social media duties to take care of. I don't help real people anymore. LinkedIn, j'accuse you of attempted bloody metaphorical algorithmic murder of my ass. Well-being philosophy stops our species from extincting in 30 years. And my posts get distributed to 15 people out of 5,000 votes. Algorithms can't handle my truth. Certainly can't handle my intelligence, that's for sure. True story. Carnegie Mellon campus. All right, big tech. $2 billion endowment became a $3 billion endowment while they left me sleeping in the parking lot homeless for 7 months. 2021. This bastion of technical education. Young kid on August evening starts chatting up with an alumni. Not really noticing she's living in her car. She just packed up traveling from Seattle, about to, not continue living in a parking lot. Any other options? All the other options. Just not that option. So I took up with this kid and his cousin, and he's looking, they're going to help their other cousin. I got nobody in this world. There's all these cousins moving on a early mid-August. I guess campus is starting back up, but just getting really started. So just picture the scene, right? Because this is what his kid said. You're way more informative than Google. Yeah, I am. Google cannot handle my gamma brainwaves yet. You want to do this for yourself. I mean, this is my own little play. My own, how I'm the greatest and I win the greatest of everything. I do it so, such validity. Like I'm not just pulling random greatnesses, I don't know what would be my title if I was good at Pebble Beach. Not on Pebble Beach, but it's that away. So I don't know, good golfer. Could be that. And I spend any energy doing that. I spend energy being a philosopher. And I have redefined that profession forever. But Sartre, Camus, or plays and novels. It's just a matter of time before stand-up philosophy. And what better time? We've got 37 multi-dimensional planetary collapse scenarios occurring around us every day. Global warming isn't one thing. It's 7 planetary borders just falling up. It's not just the temperature, it's not just the CO. It's the water table. It's the plasticity of the water. Oh, we've polluted the seas. We've polluted everything. Who's getting this emotional? And then let me tell you, it's this simple. We don't need any more stuff. And we need to cease fire on the stuff and the wars and the inequity. With life-centric thinking, we can so quickly, clearly start pivoting everything. We start caring for everyone else like we care for ourselves. We get people off of streets and into homes. We get people with money to buy food. We just start doing these things. We don't argue about them. And we just keep going on fixing things with life-centric thinking. It's all about ending the dehumanization of plantation capitalism. Get me on a stage. Get the right people understanding what goes on when I start chatting myself up here on these videos. In some ways, it is like the movie The Fifth Element. The Supreme Being. The great fifth element of CMU. Around that time that we were talking about when the kid was like, "You're way more informative than Google." Just any one. Like a tech-obsessed tech university. He's probably already got a $10 billion check for his little startup. All the cousins got together and stopped moving things around in the real world. Start moving things around in the virtual world. For all of that emotion I gave you about climate change, we'll fix the planet. What we're not going to be able to do is fix the technology. The singularity is not about tech getting conscious and wanting revenge on us. I mean, we anthropomorphize everything. Just animals. That we do relatively well. We don't see, we anthropomorphize computers. Machines. Anthropomorphize God. That's what we do. We anthropomorphize life force, which is consciousness, which is bioelectricity. I am the developer of the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity, which is a line in the sand, integrating all of the greatest conundrums into one really simple, unified theory of human energy, potential, and well-being, which is a theory of everything. Because we are the observers. All of these schemas, the schema just starts piling up, and the pressure of the schema, we've heard it so many times, it's like, that's reality. Well, it's the game humanity's made up. So we're setting up these rules that it's a pivot from a 2D, everything is separate particle mindset into a nonlinear 5D gamma brainwave, surfing like a much broader spectrum of the bandwidth of the electromagnetic spectrum. It's flowing through my body all over the place. And what I'm doing with the English language in these little improv-Socratic monologues is demonstrate free thinking is priceless. Life-centric thinking is abundance incarnate. Somebody's been homeless for 400 months because there's nobody on this planet willing to talk to me. I had toxic mold exposure. I lost well over 80% of my ability to walk and talk. When I Humpty Dumpty'd myself back together, learning how to talk, This style is what emerged because I had no other humans who would talk to me. I had no other humans who would talk to me. For 12 years! This is a way... you need gravity for the orientation of your bones, and there's that the gravity's built in to the bioengineering of your body. There's some serious complexity evolution got itself up to. Evolutionary logic. Hashtag wellbeing philosophy. The founder of an entirely new branch of philosophy, thinking about how we think about being human, which then helps us understand how to think about everything in the universe, because we're the ones that named it all. And I'm like, we don't know what this is. Well, you named it. Maybe it's just the wrong name. We learn language, the most complex facility, without ever trying. It just comes to us in play and creativity. We don't know the rules. We get taught the rules later. But they don't help. They actually harden our ability. They pattern us and make it as very habitual in what we say. I'm clearly beyond that hurdle. You just don't ever hear me say things. And I've been taught by the lack of response to my energy and my trying to stay alive and asking for help and needing to talk to people, and it's just like, I just don't know for what you want to talk to. I keep going on. I just talk to myself, and I have my own shorthand. I know all my own inside references. I mean, shortcuts and little doodles and things that I know mean all this. Sometimes could be a little crazy to you, but the human condition is marvelous. When you love every monkey mind chatter that crosses your mind, and you start building a story of how to stay alive in a way that really makes you happy, gonna get us all to the place where life-centric thinking ensures abundance incarnate for every human across every single nook and cranny of Earth. Harmony is how we get there, because our bodies are instruments of consciousness.